The Thunderbolts post-credit scene is the most important thing that Marvel has done to start setting up for Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, but not for the reason that you'd probably think. Now, obviously, spoilers for Thunderbolts, I'm going to be talking about the post-credit scene in detail, and this is a really cool post-credit scene that you do not want to have spoiled, so if you haven't seen this movie yet, just save this video and come back later. So obviously, if you've seen the movie, you know that the big stinger at the end of the scene was the Fantastic Four's ship making its arrival into the MCU from across dimensions. And while this was a really cool tease, and it's nice for getting people hyped up for Fantastic Four, I feel like what people are almost certainly going to overlook because of that stinger hitting so hard is the conversation we see the new Avengers team having before that. The scene literally begins with Yelena going back and forth with Bucky talking about how the government declared that these guys are the new Avengers. But then we learn that Bucky spoke with Sam Wilson about this and apparently he's not very happy about it. They make it clear that he is also currently trying to form his own new Avengers team, which is in line with what we heard him say at the end of Captain America Brave New World, with them even apparently filing for copyright of the Avengers name, which is why we see Red Guardian in this Avengers with a Z tracksuit. Obviously this whole thing is just played for comedic effect, but it is pretty interesting when you look to these next two Avengers movies that we have coming out, because from this little bit of banter we get at the beginning of this scene between the members of the Thunderbolts new Avengers team, we now know that Sam Wilson is officially assembling his own team of Avengers, and that they're not really trying to work with the Thunderbolts new Avengers team. They're kind of at odds with them. That's kind of huge going into Doomsday, because with Doomsday being part one of a two-part Avengers event movie, they're almost certainly going to lose in this first one, and as we saw in Infinity War, when the heroes are split up and not really willing to work together, that's when they lose. This kind of like petty infighting between the heroes is what let Thanos win in Infinity War. And based on what they're setting up here, it seems like we're moving towards a similar fate with Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom.